I was 24 when I found out I was pregnant, and I didn't know what to do. My family wasn't talking to me. I had a roommate that I barely knew who said, "I'll drive you. I've driven lots of my friends to get theirs." And I had just met a man that I really wanted to marry, and I didn't know what to do. I was alone and afraid. I was terrified. I wanted to teach. I wanted to get on with my career, and I wanted to be done with this problem and get this solved as quickly as possible. My mother had taken my sister for an abortion years before, and I looked at that as my answer. Not that I really wanted that, I just wanted a way out. I was in mental anguish, and on the outside I looked like I was in total control, but inside I was terribly frightened and alone. My roommate did drive me to the abortion clinic, and it was a horrifying place. I remember just so many people, boyfriends and girlfriends and mothers with daughters, and no one looked at anyone else and no one talked to anyone else. I watched a video, I think it was a cartoon, of a bunch of cells, and I was told that you could just get this done and there would be no problem and you could get on with your life. And the counselor said, "Will that be Visa or MasterCard?" I remember they told me I was 8 weeks along, and I never had an ultrasound. I think they just guessed, because later on I found out that I was closer to 11. The nurse talked during the procedure and didn't tell me that it would be so painful, and it was incredibly painful. Afterward, I felt a great sense of relief, and I sat in a recliner with a hot blanket over me and peanut butter and jelly toast, and I was relieved. And I looked around at all the girls in their recliners and thought I would smile with relief at one of them, and they were all crying. They were all sobbing, and I assumed that I was just more mature than they were. I did marry that man that I met, and we expected our first child, and we were thrilled, and we told everyone. And I was about 11 weeks when they told me that my baby had died, and that I would pass a plum-sized clot. What ended up happening is I fainted in Walmart waiting for my prescription of codeine, and I went into labor, and I delivered that baby into my hand, and I held that baby, and I saw the hands and feet and arms and fingers and precious face and a tiny little rump, and it was not a bunch of cells, it was my child. And I could not deny the humanity of this unborn child, and it hit me that I had taken the life of one such as this. And it took a couple years to come to grips and fall at the feet of Jesus and ask for forgiveness for what I had done. I continue to heal through Rachel's Vineyard and Operation Outcry, but I will be healed in heaven. You can have a baby and you can raise it, or you can put it up for adoption. Abortion is not the answer. Abortion hurts women, and to someone that's had an abortion and is struggling and is all alone and feels so much shame, I would say, please reach out, because I'm here for you and you're not alone.